Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. This is going to be a good review because we're discussing Carry on Netflix, a outstanding action movie, I thought, and worthy of the cinema. I really do believe. But anyway, we're going to talk about the good. We're going to talk about the bad. How does it compare to Die Hard? Die Hard 2 for the record. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video, you can comment on the video, you can share the video, you should watch the video till the end. Will there be a part 2? We can talk about all those type of things. But anyway, sit back, enjoy the intro, and then we'll start the show. All right. Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Yes, as you're sitting back in your holiday season, what movie should you watch? Is this a Christmas movie? All the things we will discuss as we go through it. Stacey shakes her head. She says, but we're gonna talk with Jamani. We're starting with Jamani. Jamani, what did you think of this movie?
Yeah, I thought that it had a great cast. I just thought it was going to be a good movie because of the whole Jason Bateman. I usually like his movies, but he was just basically a voice on the phone for a majority of the movie. But yeah, I thought we saw Duda from The Chi and Hank from Breaking Bad and the guy
or
from
Uncle Daddy, if you will.
Yeah, we saw from Sons of Anarchy and the Penguin. Yeah, but I'm like, it's weird that like the main cast is like new people or whatever, and Sean is like from Power. He's basically the black guy in every movie. It seems like now he's in like every movie or TV show.
He's the go-to partner. Yes. I did not see White Men Can't Jump because I'm grown, and I was like, no.
It wasn't that bad.
But it's not a principle. But continue.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. The best part of the movie, I think, was the car crash. I think that was the whole movie for me.
When she took out the undercover wrong agent. Yeah.
Like the way that they filmed that and it was going around 360 and everything, like that was fly. I think that was that was probably the best part. I was rooting for her until she said all that dumb stuff at the end or whatever. Like, yes, let the plane take off. What bad could happen?
It could explode. We could kill people. What are we doing right now? They needed the air scene. I was like, it was so it had air, it had ground, you know what I'm saying? No sea, but part 2.
And I'm like, he came off the plane at the end, like, I don't know, through the stored packages thing, like he didn't even come out with the regular people. I'm like, I don't like, I don't see how he didn't get infected with that nerve agent or whatever being so close. I'm like, that was TV magic.
Oh yeah, of course. God, like, yeah, he'd been dead as fuck. Be real, because ain't like he tested like what it can and cannot go through. But it's a movie, Jamani. We gotta let some shit slide. And that's definitely one of them.
I'll tell you the biggest pet peeve is if it was me in that situation, right? The movie would have been over in 10 minutes. He found that earwig or earpiece in the tray, the TSA tray. There's no way in hell I'm putting that in my ear just randomly.
Well, it wasn't randomly. The whole point is that the traveler wrote him and was like, put it in your ear. Like I know who you are, Ethan. So it was social engineering. Like he was like, oh, this is legit. And so, but I hear you though. It was okay. We'll get on this. But come on, we're gonna go around. We're gonna go around. Chris, what was your thoughts on Carry On?
I thought it was all right.
All right, thank you.
it was a generic. I thought it was like a generic action or I shouldn't even call it action really, like a drama slash action film because there wasn't much action until like the end, and then that's it. So I don't really call it that at all. If anything, it was more phone. I found this more like phone booth than Die Hard, if anything.
You have to be there. It was phone booth.
Yeah,
right? You were like,
it was definitely phone booth. I mean, but
yeah,
phone booth. It was hard to not compare it to phone booth.
yeah.
But phone booth had some more realistic elements to it. The problem is with this movie, it was like it was in an airport, and there were certain things I just know damn well there was no way that would have happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but so there was those moments that kind of threw me off. Sorry for the crying baby in the background, but anyway,
Ryan is like, you lied, Dad, you lied.
yeah, you know, but yeah. So I had issues with it, but generally I thought it was alright. It was very cliche, like at the very beginning, like when he's talking about like, you know, oh, no, his girlfriend was like, you don't, you don't motivate. You got to have something to motivate yourself so you can get the promotion and whatnot. You already know how it's going to end in the sense of like he's going to either get promoted or he'll follow his dream. You know what I mean? It does one of those things. You know what I mean? So, I just found it kind of interesting though, like that he was willing to, I don't know, to take down an airplane. It was, I guess I felt like they really were trying to rip off Die Hard, like trying to be like John McClane in a sense. I was like, you know what I mean? And I felt like at times it was just trying. I think it was trying to be Die Hard on purpose, and I say that because there was nothing about the movie that was Christmassy at all. There was nothing except for the music in the beginning with some damn Christmas trees, and then the crash car scene that Jomani was talking about. Which yes, it was a good scene that was playing Wham's Last Christmas. You know what I mean? That was it. You know what I mean? But whatever. I mean, so but yeah, it was generally speaking, cast was all right. I thought the character who played Juice from Sons of Anarchy, I found his character kind of like, who the hell are you? You know what I mean? At least they did a good job explaining the dude with the red hat. Like, that was a nice twist as far as saying like, oh, he's part of this too because of his husband. Okay, cool. But who the hell is the dude in the van? You know what I mean? It was like another cliche stuff where it was like, dude's in the van, he can see everything, and he's very, very smart type deal. It was just, you see that in every action / drama, even though it's more drama than action.
But usually they don't get out the car and start shooting.
Also, yeah, he ain't shooting nobody though. What did he do? Stab someone? I didn't even see no knife. There was no knife. It was just it was like he had a gun in it. Sometimes like out of nowhere, I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? But all right. And then the husband, bam, just got him, So I thought the cargo scene at the end was extremely far-fetched. I don't know how the motion sensor didn't get
triggered for all that stuff post 9/11.
Yeah, but no, he shoots the gun and then that triggers the motion. Not like it would be one thing they say, oh, it's a sound thing or something, which that doesn't exist. But the fact is, I don't know, but whatever. That's just action movie stuff. So,
it's just action movie stuff. Yes,
I guess. Yeah. So generally speaking, it was cool. Something to watch. I mean, have it background. You clean up your house. Need something playing. Don't think it was bad. It's just just a general popcorn flick, I guess. Yeah.
All right, Chris. You fucking this movie. It's fine. Stacey, what was your thoughts on? Yeah,
it was okay. It just wasn't. I thought it would be more like action, explosions, terrorism, or something. I was multitasking, so I probably missed it. But what was the end game? Like, what was the point of them?
The end game was this senator that we only saw for like a cameo scene that meant nothing.
She was in a commercial at the beginning of the movie, and there was a video during the movie. But ultimately, this is a very good point. So, the unseen defense contractors hired this team to do a very convoluted assassination of the senator, but it had to be on the plane. They wanted to frame that Russia attacked a U.S. plane on Christmas and killed the senator and everybody on the plane so they could get Congress to pay for more money into defense spending so defense contractors could get paid and then we could pay for a war and that sort of thing. That was the ultimate mastermind plan. And Jason Bateman, like he said, I'm just the facilitator to get us from point A to point B. Yes.
Okay, so like a pseudo 9/11 on a smaller scale. Got it. I mean, I guess. I guess I wasn't really invested in any of these people to actually give a shit. Like, okay, you got some guy who couldn't become a cop, and it's like, damn, you could become a cop. And his baby mama, like, oh, okay. And then you got all these great, like you say, great characters, but they're not really utilized enough for me to care. Because I was like, Jason Bateman's in it. Okay, this is gonna be awesome. But again, he's talking on the phone most of the time, so it's kind of like, okay. And then they kill the black dude, then they kill the other chubby white dude, then they get fired the other black dude. And it's like, okay, who else is left that I would give a shit about? Oh, and then Keisha, or whatever her name is. What's the black chick? I kept looking at her the whole time, and I was like, I know this chick from somewhere. Then I was like, the have and the have not. She was the ghetto crazy sister.
Sister, yes.
And I was like, oh.
Yes.
Okay. So I kind of cared because she wasn't the ghetto crazy girl anymore. So I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. And I figured she would probably get murdered at some point, but she survived.
She lived.
But yeah, I mean, it's a watch. It's not like great or anything, and it's definitely not Christmassy. But I mean, it's a watch.
All right.
Yeah, it's a watch. There you go. That's a good way.
David. I mean,
that's a good way to describe it, Stacey. It's a watch. There you go.
It's a watch.
Yes,
it was okay, as you see.
It was better than Die Hard 2. I must say that. And
it was better than Die Hard 2 because I couldn't even.
I'm like, you look at. All right, John McClane is a cop, right? This guy couldn't become a cop because he lied on the polygraph or whatever, but yet he was able to be a member of Homeland Security and be in the TSA. That don't make any sense.
Hold up. As Jason Bateman pointed out, to say he's part of Homeland Security is like saying a janitor is an astronaut. Like, let's not do all that. I remember the commercials for these guys, and it was, "Can you speak English properly?" Like, it don't take much to be working at the airport.
But they are doing Homeland Security though.
Again, it's a stretch. It's a stretch. Like when a promotion is being on the
I think that you would want a TSA agent working at the airport to be honest more than you would necessarily be looking for that in a cop.
I hear you. So I felt that it was actually pretty good because I like the idea that he was. I know, right? I like the idea that he spent a lot of time thinking like, who is this traveler? Who is this? Ethan was like, I hear the sound. I know this. Like, he's a great detective. Like he actually did a lot of actual detective
all
shit.
3 minutes. All 3 minutes.
Okay. That was a good part of the movie because he had to find Jason Bateman. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, there he is. And I was like, okay, like he's thinking through this part. That's why I like that part. I did like that part. Duda, like you said, to see Duda not a criminal was great because I was like, but then he gets murdered immediately. Yes, I mean
he's of that age where you're gonna die.
He was probably crooked. He was probably crooked. Once everything subsided, they probably found out he was a crooked cop. So who knows?
Don't be like that. He was working with Juice somehow. So I
actually thought he was part of it at one point. I'm like, I bet he's part of it. Like, especially when he was in the office with Hank from Breaking Bad, I was like, he gonna be part of something nefarious or whatnot. So when he gave him, I was like, oh, he's gonna be part of it. Oh, until I was like, oh no, never mind, you did. Oh, I guess you ain't. I guess
not fault. I guess he was legit. No, so again, I like the thinking like hero. Like he wasn't just bam, I'm gonna fight my way through this. Like I really liked him and Jason Bateman had a very, like you said, Chris. If you know Phone Booth, y'all, Chris is absolutely right. That's what I was thinking like the entire time. But you see the two characters actually interact more because Keith Sutherland didn't show up to the last 3 minutes of that movie, and you're like, the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But that was a purpose. Like he had a purpose for him. Like this, Ethan just happened to be there. So I thought that was cool. Jason Bateman is the same in every character that he plays, but it works. It just works. Like in this thing where he's just like that deadpan delivery, he's like, I'm crazy as fuck, and I'll do what's necessary to get my mission done. I can kill you or not kill you. It don't matter to me. And you were like, I believe you. I believe you. But also, I was like, this is Ozark too. I felt like it worked. What's up?
He wasn't that threatening because of that. I kept the entire time I was like, yo, beat Jason Bateman's that. Like even the bathroom scene, I was like, I'm sorry, Jason Bateman, he looks like anyone could whip his ass. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care if he's 6'3", he just has that face where I can beat your ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like he just has that face. Like, and then you put on a black hat don't mean a damn thing. I flip that hat off and still beat your ass. Like and you got a little plastic gun. All right, fine. I get a 3D printer so you don't get your gun recognized by that. You got a little plastic gun, and he's like, oh, and he gets the plastic gun taken from him. I'm thinking like, at that point, like Bateman should have been done. But then I forgot what's his name, Eckhart. He's a short dude anyway, so I don't know. Maybe that's how Jason kind of got a one off on him. So I don't know.
Again, it was less about physical and about the psychological. Your girlfriend has a sniper rifle on her. He said that like the entire thing. Like it wasn't that he could out fight him. It was that I outsmarted you. Like your girlfriend can die at any moment. Da 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 da. So that's what kept him more at bay than he's a 50-year-old man. Like obviously I can whoop your ass, but it's like if I get my hands, which is why the airport scene came out. He's like, when I get my hands on you, we can go hand to hand. But then that didn't last too long. He shot him like twice, like actual made contact, and this dude's still going. I'm like, this is a lethal weapon shit. Like you got 2 bullets in you. Like why are you not on the ground at this point? Like, but he's like, I got this shit. I thought he was gonna break his shoulder. I really did. I was like, oh. To your point, Stacy, after baby's almost gonna be born, no arm sling. I was waiting for the arm sling. I was like, when he was walking through the security thing, did he have the arm sling at the end when he was a cop? I don't think he did.
No, but that was like got to be like a year later. I mean, like remember she was pregnant.
It was months because she was pregnant. It was months.
Okay,
like
10 months, 9-10 months. Like I you know, a lot of people do heal that good from a book. You know what I mean? Like,
but I'm saying too,
it was a year later because it was Christmas all over again.
Oh, good point. It was Christmas. That's right. It was Christmas.
It was.
So that was baby number 2.
No. I was wrong. I thought she was pregnant. She just had the baby. I thought she was pregnant. I could have been wrong. So
yeah. And does that nigga still have does the dude got his job back? Sean got his job back. Like they didn't even. I was waiting for him to like put down his badge too. Like, oh, I'm a cop now too. It's just, or did he just forgive him?
It's like your boss fires you and then he dies the same day. Did the paperwork
so he's not really fired. So technically, I'm not really fired if my boss dies the same day he fires
also,
me.
Ethan set him up. I'm sure after the assassination attempt was resolved, like Ethan said, I set this dude up because of all this stuff. To all your points, the overarching story thing was never developed. To your point, who is the defense contractor that hired Jason Bateman in the first place? And the senator didn't even know that she was the target. Like no one ever told her that.
I'll tell you this: when I saw the cop doing her investigation at the beginning, I was like, I don't know what the hell this has to do with anything. And then, like, I guess I'd have to rewatch it again for a lot of that stuff to make sense because it was like out of mind because it has nothing to do with what the main story is, but yet and still, at the end, it did.
No, it was connected because she was called in when the Russians got killed. So then
yeah, but I'm saying like when I was like as I'm watching it, it just wasn't connecting, and I was like, "What does this have to do with it? How is this?"
Well, then you weren't paying attention because like it was like she showed up and was like, "Oh, Rush." Now to your point of movie magic, a random ass watch is found, and somehow she knows how to pop the back of it, and she's like, "Oh, look, an ATF wire," and she never contacts ATF to be like, "How long you're on the wire? What kind of information?" Like the whole setup for this transfer should have been on the wire. That was some bullshit. But it was clear that she's like, I'm chasing down the wire. Then she listens to the wire, hears two random words that somehow she's able to put together on Google and find this biological weapon or some shit, this chemical weapon that has a whole wiki page. Then she's like, wait a minute. Someone left a 911 call from the airport. See? And then she goes to the airport. It was connected. It was just silly.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, so she's in the car with the guy that through the whole crash scene that I was talking about before. This was a fake agent. They said the real agent is coming to the airport. We never saw him.
To your also true. Also to the other point is, where was the guy that broke into Sean's house and was about to kidnap the family? We never saw this dude. So he just out there running and shit, I guess. But I'm like, there's a whole other guy that we never forget the fact that Juice wasn't developed. Where's the other guy? How many?
There wasn't a guy. There was a drone in the closet, and the drone was going to shoot both of them. That's what it was. Now we know why there's drones all across the East Coast. Okay.
I mean, she was on the plane totally. Yes, like if she's the target, also, if these defense contractors want this woman dead so they can get paid, they're going to find another way to kill this bitch. Like, it ain't that hard, because I'm like, you make no efforts. Like, I don't need to see you going to Tahiti with your family. I need you and your new detective partner arresting the person in charge of all this shit and being like, we saved your life, Senator. Thank you. Oh my God. I didn't know me and my baby were about to be murdered today. That's the end of the movie. But we get none of this. Like, we get absolutely none of this. Which was so corny.
I'm like, he went in the what do you call it? The stored package thing at the bottom of the airplane, right? He knew that, yes, this is gonna get flagged, it's not gonna fit, everything like that. I'm like, he was just sure that the bag was gonna be there. I was like, that's too much of a gamble. But I don't understand how. All right, so he switched, he tagged the bag, right? But I'm like, he knows he disarmed it before, but he could disarm it again. How does he know that the guy can't explode it? How does he even know that the guy has a parachute? And how do you get a parachute onto a plane? I think, forget about liquids and all that stuff. If you got a parachute going on a plane, I think you should be flagged immediately.
You could be an air jumper and you're about to fly to an event.
I was going to say that you have people doing, like, people putting scuba gear on.
That's not that.
I mean, yeah, that happens a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of people aren't thinking that they're going to do a straight up like movie magic jump. Orion, really, dude. I'm putting myself on mute. Y'all keep going.
He will not be ignored, Daddy. He's like, look here, but fuck that self-soothing. You're gonna come hold me. But anyway, that's probably what Ethan would deal with at the end of the movie. So two motivations. I didn't understand the whole, why I didn't join the police department. I was like, I was a special forces guy and I killed 20 people and that's why I couldn't do. No, I lied because, and then it was Jason Bateman who was like, I guess because your dad stole. Yeah. Like, I didn't understand any of that shit. He lied on his poly because his dad stole something and he didn't want to say anything. So now all of a sudden,
the question was, have you ever witnessed a crime and not reported it?
Yes.
And then Jason Bateman was like, yes, I did. So why are we having this conversation? Unless that's why he's like, I'm standing up now. I'm gonna report this crime because this is why I couldn't be a cop, because I didn't say anything before, but I'm saying something now. I don't know what this has to do with anything. I was like, I'm not sure the character development right here. I was confused on that. I'm not gonna lie. Also, his girlfriend randomly runs through the airport and somehow Juice is right there with the rifle at her head. Just
Terminator 2 right there. That's what that is. Straight up Terminator 2.
Yeah, I was like, how is this possible? How did he know that she was gonna stop right in front of this window? I was like, no.
I mean, I felt he was more intimidating than Jason Bateman, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's because you know who Juice is. That's because he's done some shit, right? Like, Jason
actor is always up to something.
Yeah, he's always up to some shit. Like, he really is. He really is. But again, Jason Bateman didn't play the muscle guy. He played the smart guy. It was Ozark. It was just Ozark with a plastic gun, and he was just out thinking. So he stays in his lane, and he's like, this is what I can do. And so he didn't have to outpower him. He just had to outthink him. But Ethan was smarter in the end. Ethan could figure out all the things. I did. Like, he was like, wait a minute, the sound and the crunching, and I'm like, I'm with him. I'm like, okay, where's the guy? I mean, I know what Jason Bateman looks like, but I'm like, okay, well, where is he? He's over there at the thing. Oh, the chips. He's like, the chips. Gritty? Just a little bit more gritty. You want it? I need context to this. Like, you wanted it more gritty? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's what he means because it was only PG-13.
I think that's a she, but
either way, we acknowledge her that yes, that we were like, you wanted more action. I was looking for more action. I hear you. As Ozark, yeah. Like Justin, yeah. So like more like Ozark was about that life, but even in Ozark, it's a lot of him sitting around talking to people and shit and going, hey, can I use you to launder some money? Sure. That's it. That's half the series. Just him walking around with a notepad trying to get people to launder some money. So he wasn't putting people down in Ozark at all. Like it wasn't the first body that dropped was his wife's lover who killed himself. And I'm like,
that was
hilarious. We saw this man jack off in a car to a video of his wife getting fucked. We're getting off track. What I'm saying is Jason Bateman stays in his lane, right? And I was like, and he committed to this role. And I was like, I would have watched this in the theater. I say it. I would have watched this in the theater and been like, Orion does not agree. I don't care how cute you are. I'm still right.
I disagree with it being in movie theaters. I think that this is right in line with Lift.
Yeah, I think this should remain on streaming. It should not be in theaters.
Would you
they need more explosions for theaters?
Yeah.
Somebody should have tried to get on a plane with a flashlight, and then it just disintegrates the whole plane.
It took over half the plane. So now we're doing executive decision, which was awesome. I was like, if you remember that, am I remember executive decision?
Yeah, because then it was anticlimactic at the end with like just Jason Bateman just getting fried, and then that was it. It was just like, okay, threat's over, and I'm like, that ain't movie theater worthy. That's just saying. You know what I mean? It ended so fast too, so it was like, boom, just stuck them in there with that. They did a much better job than that with Chill Factor. I don't know if you ever saw that magic film. My God, O'Brien. Okay, all right. I guess he wants to say hi. But anyway, Chill Factor did a little bit of a better job, and this was The Rock. Okay, I'm going on mute. Sorry.
Thanks, Stacy. Appreciate that. We got an awe. Ozark put more put together. Yeah, I mean, but it's also a series, so you gotta give it some, they have time to develop and make you give a fuck about these characters, right? It's like, but like we just gotta meet this guy. He got a pregnant girlfriend. It's Christmas. Sean is just I'm gonna call him Sean from now on. Sean is just randomly there. Like he never apologizes. Yo, bro, I spiked your drink. That was probably the most unrealistic shit I saw when he was like, hey, bro, so these drinks out. No one saw that. He's a genius. It's magic. I was like, stop it. I saw you do it. Like the ex-military person over there was like, I saw you do it. So I feel like if they would have not had that montage of different passengers like having meltdowns in front of TSA, they would have had time to get to the real villain and being like, hey, Senator, this person tried to kill you. We arrested them, and then we could at least wrap that up. No, I meant he looked more put together. Okay. Is that what we're doing? Is how you
he looks more unkempt, maybe? I don't know. Let's see.
But he looks but his look was more unkept. In Ozark. Yes, this is fun. I love this. Like it's like we're texting and we're missing each other. On Ozark, he looked more unkept. No, Write a whole
No.
sentence. All right, let's put a whole sentence together right now because this is. I appreciate the back and forth, but now I'm getting frustrated. Give me a whole sentence, and then I'll be like, okay, got it. Ozark, damn it, Ozark more put together. He looked more put together on Ozark.
Yeah, he did. He kind of looked more like a drifter in this.
Well, he was. Jemani, like he's a murder facilitator. He can't put on a suit and a tie and be like, excuse me. Okay. It's a different character, but I'm saying like horrible bosses, Ozark, like this one. He has a way, and that's what he does. That's just what he brings to the table. So like they give him roles. If he would have fought Ethan hand to hand, I wouldn't have believed it. I like you are too old and too Jason Bateman to act like you're gonna beat somebody up. Like I'm like that's ridiculous. Like let's not do this. So like if he was Kevin Hart, I would have been like, nah, let's not do any of this. Like just have you fall into the chemical and you somehow drink it or something and now you're dead. But her finding it on the internet was the silliest shit. That I was like, I'm out of here. Like why am I still watching this movie? But I did watch this in LA as I was going to LAX. So I was like, I felt this movie. I was like, I was scared.
Oh, that's why you liked it, because you were on a plane.
I was like, oh shit. I was like,
you saw someone with a black hat and you got worried.
I was looking for carry-ons because it was a full flight and everybody had their carry-on, and I was with Jason Bateman.
I smell,
you can smell it.
A
you
dirty
can smell
bomb.
it. It's a dirty. It should have been a nuclear bomb. It just, again, we don't know the why. Like my biggest issue was the big why, because it didn't make a lot of sense. He had two poisons. He poisoned the two Russians, then he poisons Duda. You don't need a Russian chemical weapon to kill this woman. Like I'm pretty sure you could just did it in America. Like you have the materials.
No, like why are you poisoning a plane? Wouldn't you necessarily like blow up the plane, not poison the plane?
I think so. I think they wanted to blame it on the Russians and more like Russians use chemical agents. I think that's what they were going for.
Because it was the Russian gas. It was a Russian gas. That's why.
Yeah. I feel like blowing up, people would have thought terrorists, and they wanted to blame Russia. But why Russia? Like that wasn't explained.
Because it's Russia. We blame Russia for everything. Right?
Do you think that's going to bring about defense contracts or World War III?
So right, like again.
That's defense.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. War is good for business. But they should have developed that. Like it was, the guy from Yellowstone that ordered the killing of Casey. It was that guy, and he was doing it because his company is working with the senator. Yes, they did fight. They fought over the suitcase in the gully of the airport. But I'm saying it looked but I felt like it was still not the kind of big explosion fight that you would expect out of an action movie, that kind of thing. But if you go John McClane, he just shot Hans Gruber. He didn't fight that dude. Like they were like, boom. He was like, ha ha. He shot him, and that was it. I mean, so it was more fighting though. Yes, I do agree. Hold up. I got a picture. Hold on. 2. This was Lethal Weapon. Excuse me. Die Hard 2. Die Harder. That's what this was, but better. Because that movie was shit. Oh man, it was hard to watch. I tried to go back and watch it, and I said, no, this should not have been made.
Did McClane like kill a bunch of people?
I'm curious.
Oh, Die Hard 2?
Yeah, I don't know. They all run together.
No. This made no sense. He was a New York City cop that for some reason transferred to LA just so they have Carl in it again. Carl, not Weber's. What's his name? Winslow. Yeah. They wanted Carl Winslow in there again. So that's why they made him an LA cop so he could call him up and fax him some fingerprints. But at least they bothered to even go through all that. So I was like, what? Faxing fingerprints? And this is high technology then. I was like, this is too much. And then by Die Hard 3, they forgot that he was an LA cop. Now he's back being a New York City cop, which is why he's not with his wife anymore, because his job is anyway. There was a lot of things going on, but it was set at an airport. It was Christmas Day. You have a law enforcement type person trying to take down some big fight thing going on at airport. I felt like Die Hard 2, but that had a lot more action, but a lot less sense. Just saying. But anyway. So let's get to will we watch a part 2? I don't know how they would do it. Carry On Again.
Could be a cop doing something.
Yes. Yes. Now he's a detective. Now he's a full-fledged detective. Somehow in a year, he's a detective now.
I'm like, no, I feel like it has to be, you have to change the mode of transportation. It can't be a plane again. It has to be like a train station. Like, you know.
Speed 2 was on a boat. I think so.
Yeah, Speed 2 sucked.
I'm saying if you take it to a boat, it could be like it could be like the Titanic. Like they're gonna sink the entire
Christmas
boat.
cruise. We're gonna blow up a Christmas cruise.
Yeah, because the president's on it. I don't know.
The president what?
The president of America, the U.S. president is on a cruise quietly for some reason, and they're gonna take down the cruise to stop the president from doing. The Secretary of Defense. How about that? Let's get back to the whole Russia thing. The Secretary of Defense is on the cruise. They're gonna take down the entire cruise to kill the Secretary of Defense, and only Ethan and Sean, for some reason, because he also joined the police force, like they're a team. And there's a carry-on. I don't know. I'm trying to work through this. Chris,
would they all be carry-ons on a boat?
I don't know. It's like a. Would you watch part 2
of this?
He said specify.
I mean, there's no other Christmas thing. If it's between this and the Red One with The Rock and Chris Evans,
shit.
Then maybe, you know what I mean? Since we don't have a Christmas movie we're reviewing, I guess, then yes, I would. I mean, if maybe next one will be Halloween, and maybe that'll be our Halloween movie. I can do that. Well, if it's just a random Tuesday or something, I don't know. It's just, you know, I don't even know where they would go with this. And see, that's the thing. If they do a second one, then they're definitely trying to be Die Hard. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like that will submit that they are trying to copy it with Die Hard. So, no, but I'm good. I mean, I like that Netflix is like kind of taking risks. You know, well, not risk. It's not a risk actually. But like, I like that Netflix is going different avenues. You know what I mean? And trying, like, one year they'll do a Christmas movie with Eddie Murphy and the 12 Days of Christmas that comes to life. Remember that?
That was Prime, bro. But
that's Prime.
That was Prime.
Okay.
Let's get back to Red One. Did you watch it?
I did.
Damn it!
I didn't pay for it though. So
what you think?
There's elements that the action was obviously was definitely there. Now that one, that is what I was kind of looking for in this one. Well, like for in Red One, but then there was a lot of cheesiness in Red One. But I think that was the point. You know what I mean? So, it was just definitely not really for kids though either. So, you know. But anyway, you know, so if you guys had to decide between Carry On and Red One for a new Christmas movie, actually, I gotta say stick to tradition and do Red One, even though that's not the best film either. So yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
All right, Chris.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. I leave you to I accept I announce your opinion. Stacey, what do you think?
About what?
Would you do a sequel? Would you go a different direction?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. You want a few words? I respect that. All right, then. We'll give you back your 15 minutes. As we prepare for Yellowstone. All right, guys. That's it for us in this video. Check out the movie. Again, it's free. It's on Netflix if you already paid for it. I do dare you to watch Die Harder and then watch this movie and then ask yourself which one stands the test of time.
That's not fair. That's not fair. They don't even do replays of Die Harder. They either play the first Die Hard or the third one. They don't even play the second one. Like, that's not, so we. Like,
what was the message I texted you? I said, "Where do you even stream that?"
Yeah. I was like, damn it.
I'm pretty sure you can go into your search bar and hit like Die Hard, and it has 4 different options. Same thing with Vengeance, right? And the second one is like options to buy. Like, and then
so I didn't think, to your point, Chris, I didn't think I could find it on streaming. When I found it on Hulu, I was like, oh my God. And then I started watching it, and it's like there's anything with time to it. Like it was the 90s. They tried to. It was very 90s, and it was just hilarious. It was just hilarious, and I was like, but even just the basic storyline was crazy. I was like, why is there a naked man doing this in the hotel room? Like, what is happening? Like, why is this happening? I was like, it was just too many times I was screaming at the camera. Would you all be open to recapping an old? So we did that. So we did. Did we do Scrooged? We did something last year. We did something last year. We did something.
We did the Eddie Murphy movie.
Damn it.
Yeah, that was Eddie Murphy. That was Eddie Murphy movie. Yeah.
All right. National Lampoon.
And then we all regretted it. We all regretted it.
we were like, damn, I hate life. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Home Alone.
That's good.
I can't. I never got into the National Lampoon series, so I can't do that one. Like Home Alone, I was just like Child Protective Services should have been called, especially after part 2. I'm like, the whole family should have went to jail. I like, clearly nobody gives a fuck about Kevin. I was like, all of them, like just jail.
The best Christmas movie, hands down, is Reindeer Games.
Stop.
Griffin?
What's a Ben Affleck?
What's in that one?
Yeah,
And,
Charlize Theron.
Right?
Yeah,
I don't think I saw that one.
Okay.
Is that a comedy? What is that?
it's a comedy action. You got Isaac Hayes is in there and whatnot.
Reindeer Games? Wait, it's animated? What is it?
No, it's legit. It was like late 90s, bro. It was like late 90s.
Well, it's called Reindeer
2000s.
Games. I didn't know if it was like supposed to be like a sequel to Red Note Rudolph or something.
No, bro.
It's
Like,
about robbing a casino during on Christmas.
Oh
Yes.
no, I definitely did not.
yes. Yeah, it was because he gets out of prison and she's like, baby, when we get out, we can do this job. And he's like, oh, okay, do Home Alone. Do we got time? Who wants to do? Okay, look. Who wants to do Home Alone? If we do it, it has to be like we're past.
The first one or the second one? Which Home Alone are we doing?
We're only doing Home Alone 1. I'm not that after that there should not have been a part 2. So no. So only 1 makes a little bit of sense.
Part 2 has a special place in my heart because I'm from New York. And
fuck that movie. Also, Trump is. I don't really don't give a fuck that Trump's in the movie. They should have went to jail.
Apparently, Piers Morgan was
Kevin. Child Protective Services should have been there twice. You're done. We're taking all your kids. You're gonna be on TV. You're not worthy to be parents. I'm just saying. But let's do. Can we do Home Alone on Monday? Who's available on Monday to do Home Alone?
Yeah. Oh, this
I'll
Monday?
try. I'll try to watch it.
Oh, what time on Monday?
Where's it streaming on?
That's right, because I'm not paying for Home Alone.
It's Disney.
I'm not paying. I'm not getting Disney my money.
Disney, Hulu. I think you can probably find a lot of the. I don't know.
You try. Damn.
It's definitely on Disney. To your point, because I saw the advertisement on Disney Plus. It was on Disney Plus because it was.
I'm not paying Disney Plus money. I'm not paying Disney Plus money.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me check to see where else. Okay.
I was like, I will flip this table. It's too heavy, but I will try. I was like,
All right. I'll have to look it up.
Stacey, you gotta do it with us.
Yeah, it's John Candy's last movie.
It is not.
Oh.
Is it? Was it?
He was in Home Alone?
Yeah, at the end, he was the one who was driving his the mother back home in the van.
Oh shit!
With the polka, the violin, not the violin. What do you call it? Accordion crew.
Yeah. I'm getting it confused with plane, trains, and automobiles. In my head.
Yeah,
I get confused. Yeah. Come on, Stacey.
If I find it, I'll attempt to watch it.
Attempt. All right. So what time are we looking? We got. Come on. Are you working? Are you working?
I'm off all day Monday.
All right. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to work, but I get off work early. All right. So Monday evening, I say. I'll give it in. Chris was like,
I thought I saw it available on Prime, whatever, but it says rent or buy instead. So,
damn it!
Yeah.
Come on, you can find a bootleg. We're doing Home Alone. We're doing Home Alone. Y'all asked for it. We'll do Home Alone. I can watch Home Alone again after all these years. Because when I saw the little boy go, I was like, why can't I make money doing this? I can do that. I was like, I can make
money. Do you really want Macaulay Culkin's life? Do you really want the life of Macaulay Culkin?
No. Because it got crazy after that. Then he did the Favorite Son. It got wild. Like that poor dude. That you don't be a child actor. It don't work out for you. So yeah. We'll do sometime. And Kim will probably Kim has to work. So I don't know. But anyway, we'll do Home Alone. Thank you for the that will be our Christmas movie. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do red one. I got
Do
standards.
you have Freeform? Freeform?
You said you got standards.
It's free. Why can't you have Freeform? It's free, right?
Freeform is a channel. I don't know why they call it that. So Freeform is the former. It's called ABC Family before they changed the name.
Oh, but it's called free, but it's not free. You still got to pay for it.
I mean, I think it's basically. I think Freeform is like a term for
That's
like.
silly.
Yeah,
You don't call something free unless it's free.
It is.
That's
Yeah, but I see it on Hulu. I don't know if you still have Hulu.
Is it free? Is it free plus?
Huh?
Is there a
Like,
Hulu Plus?
plus, like there's Freeform and there's Freeform Plus. Well, you got to pay for it. Like it's Freeform
For
Plus.
Hulu? Oh, I get. I mean,
It's on Hulu.
I see it on
You're
Hulu
doing too much
right
right
now.
now. Okay, we got
it's
deals.
showing up.
I can't see your screen. Okay? So it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
All right, we can do Hulu. I can do Hulu. That's how I watched Die Hard, and I hurt myself. I was like, all right. So all right, guys. We're gonna move on to Montana, and we're only doing the last episode. I'm not doing episode 13 out of principle. We're only discussing episode 14.
What?
Episode 13 was
How are you
shit.
not going to do? Wait.
I don't have time to talk about how much I hated episode 13. I really hated episode 13. That would be a whole bit just by itself. And we got other things.
That's
damn it. What's y'all email? Our studio link. She really wants us to. No, it's fine. It's fine. You can write the Iron Panther email address in our video, and we will make it happen. Don't worry about it. Worst comes to worst, it'll be me and Jamani, I guess. And Chris. So just Stacy, we don't know. If you find a bootleg, Stacy don't want to pay for it. So Stacy said she'll be here. We will be here Monday night for you. I got it now. All right, guys. Let's get to Montana. Boop, boop, boop. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I'm about to do this exit thing, and then we're gonna look at John Dutton not being in the episode. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoy the view.
I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You go there.
Stacey, do your thing. Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.